Special welcome to our representatives from the Congressional Delegation Office. Thank you, Polly Major, for joining us from Senator Leahy's office. And thank you, Beth Awathi from Senator Sanders' office. In just a moment, they're going to share their reflections. I would also like to thank Congressman Welch, who has shared a pre-recorded video that we will show a little bit later. For those of you who joined us last year, you'll know Congressman Welch joined us in person. I really want to take a moment to thank the award committee, Asma Abune, Virginia Jambu, Sandrine Kabui, Sandy Dincy, and Jason Rouse. They did a tremendous amount of work putting this all together. And I want to especially thank John and Andrew Crystal for sponsoring the New Hope Award. We're moved by your vision, John and Andrew, and we're moved by your compassion. And a big welcome to MaryAn and Hadija for inspiring each of us to be better. True leaders build bridges. They connect us to each other and to our community. They know that we truly exist as individuals when we are connected in community. So I really want to thank MaryAn and Adija, Andrew and John for bringing us all together here, especially at this time. So as a heads up, you know now the meeting is being recorded, and we're going to be sharing the link in the recording online on the CVOEO website later on. And now I would like to welcome John Crystal to say a few words on behalf of the Crystal family.
Thank you, Paul. On behalf of my family, I would like to also welcome you this evening and thank you for participating in this celebration of the contributions and accomplishments of two outstanding new Americans. These days, it seems bad news dominates more than ever. It is important to look for opportunities to focus on and celebrate good news whenever we can, and I think tonight is one such occasion. A century ago, my grandparents emigrated to the United States. With the exception of Native Americans, we all have immigrant roots, and that is what makes this country so strong. A mix of diverse cultures, ideas, and ways of thinking, which revitalize this nation, giving it new hope. In recognizing the achievements of MaryAn and Hadija, we are also, in a way, honoring our ancestors. I would also like to recognize and thank CVOEO, not only for its management of this award, but for all the work it does on behalf of those in need, new Americans, and many, many others. Without their ongoing commitment, we would not be here this evening. Once again, thank you, and let's get on with this celebration.
Thank you so much, John, and thank you, Andrew, and your whole family. I'd like to welcome the congressional delegation once again, and first I welcome Polly from Senator Leahy's office to say a few words.
Thank you, Paul, and I know Senator Leahy regrets not being able to join this celebration today. Every year we hear about Vermonters who have done so much for their communities, and MaryAn and Hadija, it's amazing to hear about the work you do every day to help your friends and your neighbors and strangers in your community. It's really, as Paul said, inspiring. One thing that Senator Leahy really loves about Vermonters is the way they step forward to serve their communities, and you really exemplify that. You do that every day. So he really respects the work you do and is going to send you both letters to thank you personally for your service, but he asked me just to communicate his gratitude to you and to thank you for your work. So thank you.
Thanks so much, Polly. And Beth, thanks again for coming. Beth is from Senator Sanders' office, and Beth just inviting you to make a few comments. Welcome to you.
Of course. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Good evening, Hadija and MaryAn. On behalf of Senator Sanders' office, Senator really commends and is grateful for your community activism in the Winooski Mutual Aid and all the work that you're doing with immigrants and families, immigrants and refugee families in your community in Winooski and in Burlington and all over Vermont. It has really showed an impact to others and has influenced everybody else to get involved in community building. So thank you very much for all that you have done, whether it is in the family room or it's at CVOEO or it's interpreting or just lending a helping hand to your neighbor. It has really shown us all as a community how we can help each other in the slightest ways and how we can each build each other up. And the senator really commends how you are able to work together, even in a global pandemic. It's something that is still very needed as we all are siloed in a pandemic, but you still reach out your kind heart and all that you are able to do. So thank you very much on behalf of Senator Sanders, who will also send you a letter to your home addresses in the coming week. Please feel free to also contact our office, your friend of the office, friend of the senator. So please know that the senator appreciates all the work that you have done in your communities and is very recognizable, your well-deserved recognition. So we wish you all the best in your bright futures ahead.
Thanks so much, Beth. And now we have Congressman Welch, who was not able to join us this evening, but he was here last year for our award ceremony. We have a video clip that we're going to play of Congressman Welch making some comments.
Thank you, Paul, and all of the folks at CVOEO. You know, the work you're doing has been so tough, especially with this long and grinding pandemic, and you're doing everything you can to help people stay together and get through it. But it's a special day where we can acknowledge the tremendous work of two magnificent women. Hadija, thank you so much for what you're doing in Winooski. Winooski Mutual Aid, helping others where they don't have to ask, you notice and you respond. That is so important to keep our communities together and give individuals and families confidence that there's somebody there to help. And MaryAn, I'm amazed. You came here not knowing English and now you're an interpreter. How in the world did you do that? And what a gift that is to the folks that you're interpreting for. Because it's so hard, as you know, better than anyone, to be in a country where you don't speak the language and you're at sea. And to have that calm and compassionate voice that is translating is so incredibly important. So I want to congratulate you too for the magnificent work you do. You're making us in Vermont a stronger, more caring place, and we all need that. Thank you.
To turn this gathering over to Virginia, my awesome colleague, our Director of Racial Equity.
Thank you, Paul. Hi, everyone. My name is Virginie Jiang. I am the Racial Equity Director at CVOEO. This is the second year that I have had the honor and the privilege of being invited by the Office of Philanthropy and Communication to participate in the selection process to elect the two recipients of the 2021 Crystal Family New Hope Award. The award committee that I represent was impressed with the leadership qualities that nominators proved each of the four candidates recommended had. One of the candidates was nominated by two individuals in different organizations. The choice of the two recipients was, as you can imagine, very tough, but we had to make one. The award committee unanimously recognized Adija and MaryAn as the recipients of the 2021 Crystal Family New Hope Award. MaryAn and Adija, I want to thank you for your strength, meaningful contribution, and dedication to supporting the New American community. Thank you for your leadership and congratulations to the two of you. Now I would like to introduce Hilary, one of the two people who nominated Adija for this year's award. Hilary.
Hi, everyone. My name's Hilary, and I'm honored to present the first 2021 New Hope Award to my friend, colleague, and community member, Hadija Uwizeye. I want to share a little about why I nominated Hadija, but before I do that, I also really want to congratulate MaryAn because I work with MaryAn and also agree she's an incredible choice for this nomination. So in June 2020, many may remember that Winooski experienced Vermont's first official outbreak of COVID that really hit the news, and it hit a lot of people in Winooski pretty hard. As a result, Hadija ended up co-founding Winooski Mutual Aid. As a co-founder with myself and one other, Winooski Mutual Aid has evolved to be a fully volunteer-run Vermont nonprofit. We do a lot of work with Winooski families and primarily new Americans. And this is because of so much of Hadija's dedication and connections. She's a true bridge in the community. She helped so many families access food and essential goods while quarantining, especially in June during the outbreak. Hadija was the one that came with the idea of doing rounds of food delivery for families that were afraid, that didn't have transportation, that were not able to work and didn't get unemployment yet. That was all Hadija's idea. So we just wrapped up a 16-month all volunteer-led food delivery program where we delivered fresh fruits, vegetables, and other culturally relevant food staples to 54 new American and BIPOC families once a week around Winooski. It was free for all of the families. From the beginning, Hadija has come to all the meetings. She volunteers multiple times per month to do things like sort and deliver food, go grocery shopping, do home deliveries of diapers and food. She does so much behind the scenes that many of us are really even unaware of. She's passionate about equity and access and shows up to her volunteer work excited to be part of it. Hadija often tells me how much community means to her and why teaching the importance of helping one another is important to teach young people, and particularly her children. She leads by example and brings her kids to volunteer all the time. As a mother parenting 5 children alone, she juggles her volunteer work, high school, which she's about to complete after 5 years in public school, parenting, and her paid employment at CVOEO, and until very recently, the Family Room. At the Family Room, she continues to volunteer and co-teach computer literacy classes to other new Americans in the evening twice a week. And she's eager to graduate high school so she can begin her work again with mothers and infants to help support them to gain access to resources. She did this kind of work for 15 years in a refugee camp in Tanzania before immigrating here only in 2015, so not that long ago. At CVOEO, Hadija is the Swahili ambassador. Finding meaningful ways to connect with new Americans in the community and support them through their transition and journeys here in Vermont is her true passion. She's told me this is because she experienced it herself, and it's her mission to make it easier for people since it was so hard for her. She does things for families ranging from going to the newest families that have resettled in the area to their homes to clean for them, bring cleaning products and teach them about cleaning the apartment, and shares ways about how to organize space. She's also attended a birth last month. She was the interpreter, doula, friend, and ally at the hospital for this mother's first birth in the US. And she brought me along. It was great. Her connection to community and justice work shows drive and motivation. She's a model to the community and a true leader. I'm honored every day that Hadija is my friend. And at that, Hadija, congratulations on your nomination for the 2021 New Hope Award. You've really earned this recognition and acknowledgement. Thank you.
Hilary, thank you so much. Adija, you're amazing. On behalf of the Crystal family and CVOEO, it is an honor to present you with the 2021 Crystal Family New Hope Award. Hadija, would you like to say a few words, or it's up to you?
Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate anyone here who recognizes my work. Thank you so much, and continuing recognize people who working hard to support the community. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Adija. And Virginie, back to you.
Congratulations again, Adija. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's again my pleasure to introduce another person, nominator. It's Dina Murphy, and she nominated MaryAn. Go, please, Dina, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. I am so delighted that MaryAn has received the CVOEO's Crystal Family New Hope Award. She truly deserves it, and I really want to thank all of you for this recognition. For the years I have known MaryAn, I have admired her strength, her bravery, and her kindness. She certainly has the qualities that this award honors in her commitment to Burlington through her contributions, accomplishments, and potential within the community. One remarkable thing about MaryAn is how she moves so quietly and gently, yet so purposefully and bravely through a world that presents many challenges and unforeseen obstacles. Some pictures I have of her in my mind include the day I stopped at the children's room of the Fletcher Free Library and happened on MaryAn with her own mother and several of her young children. The kids were busily picking out books to read, and MaryAn sat with her mom patiently teaching her how to read. I also hear of MaryAn's deeds in passing discussions with others that she has helped. A neighbor related how MaryAn had helped bring her to the hospital in the middle of the night when she was having problems with her pregnancy. MaryAn, with her own children to care for, a job and many responsibilities, did not hesitate to help. I hear from children who attend the mosque how MaryAn is there to help and encourage all of the families who attend. MaryAn is not looking for recognition, accolades, or publicity. She simply does what she believes is right according to her faith and her heart. Another picture that I have in my mind is of MaryAn laughing with her children around her, hugging her with looks of love and admiration in their eyes. Anyone at King Street Center will tell you that she is adored by her children. She is patient but firm and definitely runs the show. She seems to be able to rise above her cares and worries and keeps her sense of humor and fun. She is happy to cheer on the sidelines as her young daughter, Asha, scores 3 times in her GBGSL soccer game. And I would be negligent not to mention MaryAn's deep faith as a Muslim. She has weathered the misjudgments and fear that she surely encounters in our community and beyond. She works to live her faith and to put her beliefs into work that benefits all of the Burlington community. In her recent talk in a forum with mentors, she made suggestions that mentors consider visiting the mosque with their Muslim mentees. In a spirit of openness and understanding, she suggested they learn more about Islam and visit the imam with questions they may have in order to better understand and support the children they work with. I admire MaryAn's energy, her fortitude, and her grace. She is planning to continue her education with the money from this award, and in true MaryAn fashion, in balancing work and play, will also have a celebratory pizza party with her family. Congratulations, MaryAn. I feel very fortunate to know you.
Dina, thank you so much. MaryAn, we're so honored to have you here. And on behalf of the Crystal family and CVOEO, It is an honor to present you with the 2021 Crystal Family New Hope Award. And if you'd like to say a few words, please share them. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna unmute myself there. I'm sorry, I'm an emotional person, but I just feel so honored to receive this award tonight. Like Ms. Murphy said, I really don't like to be in the public eye. To people notice about people tell, oh, did you tell this? Did you tell people were congratulating me? I was like, I don't know. It's just who I am. But I'm so honored that somebody noticed what I do, and I really appreciate. But what I do is every one single of you guys have contributed one way or the other. I don't think I could have done it without you supporting me in a different way. Especially Ms. Murphy, she's amazing. and I love her. And I just want to say thank you. It's just, I don't even know what to say, but I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all of you joining in this today. It just means so much to me, and thank you.
Thank you so much, MaryAn. I want to thank everybody for joining us. You can see with these two amazing people what it's meant to them, and what it's meant to the Crystal family, and what it's meant to CVOEO, and how important this is for our community. It's been a really hard year. We're getting close to 2 years into this pandemic, and there's only one way forward, and that is together. So I want to thank MaryAn, Hadija, Jiang, and Andrew, and the Crystal family, and all my CVOEO colleagues for bringing a little bit of light into this darkness, and let's bring that forward through the rest of the year. MaryAn and Hadija, you're such an inspiration for us. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. I wish you safe travels if you're traveling this evening, and all the best. Thank you so much.